These customers, a very long time ago, around about 1910, bought a Ford, a bit like this one, from Percy Hendy. The Hendy dealership is now 5th generation, so they've got a lot of experience under their belt of the different trends when it comes to vehicles. So I've come here today to talk to Simon, who is the Director of Used Car Operations, about how things are faring now a new generation of EVs are washing into the market. So Simon, how long have you been in the second-hand car sales business? You must have seen a lot.
Yeah, I have 38 years in car sales, all with Hendy.
Wow.
And I think it's fair to say the last 10 years, the change has been at such a pace, far more than the previous 28. But how customers research cars, how they buy cars, the use of online platforms, the products that they have available to buy, EVs, plug-in hybrids, etc. And of course, the methods that they can use to buy them. There's lots of different finance plans and different ways of funding your car nowadays.
Are people raring to buy second-hand EVs? What's the market like at the moment?
It really is a buyer's market at the moment, Philippa, because we've had some turbulent times with prices, and they've come down to a far more affordable level. And the other thing is there's great supply out there at the moment. There's lots of EVs. There was an interesting stat that in April across the UK there were 15,000 EVs available, and that's it was 5,000 the same time last year. So you can see the supply has just grown.
Wow. So actually that makes it a good time. If you're thinking about buying an EV, is now the time? Second-hand?
Absolutely. I mean, look, I'm in used cars. I would always say now's the time to buy a used car. But truly, if you're in the EV market, and if an EV suits your lifestyle, now is as good a time as I've ever seen in the last probably 5 years.
And what are the most popular questions they have?
Range. Range is a key one. There's still lots about the range anxiety. We prefer to call it charge confidence. We need to flip it on its head and convince people that actually for most of the normal journeys they do, an EV is perfectly suitable. But I must stress that the demand and the inquiry level from our customers from EV is about 7% up on the same time last year. So there might be a lot of stock about, but there's more people searching and looking for EVs.
And we knew it was going to be like that. We knew that there would be a tipping point where slowly, all of those people that were buying new, and they couldn't even get hold of new EVs at one point. That starts to come into this market now. So that trickle-down effect is happening.
Yeah, I think, the early adopters to EV couldn't buy used. They had to buy new. So clearly new sales rose quite dramatically over a period of time. Those cars are starting to come back on the market, and then linked with what's happened recently with some price reductions that have just played a little bit of havoc with the used car market. It's meant that there's more cars out there.
And you're on a Mackie there, which has a range of over 200.
Yeah,
easily.
Indeed. I mean, the stipulated range on this is 340. This is the extended range Mackie.
And this Mini, what's the range on this?
You're on a Mini, and I think the stipulated range of that is 145. So it shows you that there is quite a wide range, no pun intended, on model from model to model.
Yeah, and you've got all sorts of different models coming in, or are you seeing certain things crop up?
Yeah, we have. Through our franchise businesses, we tend to keep with those franchises. So in our Ford dealerships, we'll keep Ford, and in our Renault dealerships, we'll keep Renault. And in our car store divisions, where we are today, we'll keep all makes.
What happens with a warranty then? So, say this little Mini that I'm sitting on isn't that old and has still a warranty. Does the new customer get that? How does it work?
So batteries now come with the car. They're part of the car. And the manufacturer's warranty will cover that. That is transferable. So if you buy a 2-year-old Mini and if it has an 8-year battery warranty, then that 8 years stays in place. So you'll get the balance of that. And what the manufacturers are saying that during that course of the warranty, should a battery drop below a certain charge, have an inability to hold a certain charge, they will repair or replace under warranty. Hendy's also for an extended warranty as well that covers the battery.
And, the question about warranties comes up, obviously, because I'm guessing that so many EVs in the second-hand market are still relatively new.
Yes, they are. I mean, we've got about 75% of our EV stock at the moment is currently under 3 years old. So, of course, they have some great lengths of warranties left on them, which gives the customer that confidence they need. That said, we mustn't forget the older EVs, because where we can cover the battery for peace of mind from the customer, because a vehicle loses value with age, the older ones represent really great value now in the marketplace. And you could pick up a used EV now from sort of £10,000.
And we all love a bargain.
We all have a bargain.
Let's face it.
We all have a bargain.
What are the cars that come in and you go, right, we're going to quick valet that, and because it'll be out again by tomorrow? You know, what are the brands and the makes that you know are high demand at the moment?
In terms of EV, long range and the more affordable ones are the ones that we find move quickest. We've got a couple of examples here behind us, one at £25,000, one at £45,000. The £25,000 car will probably sell quicker than the 45 for obvious reasons. But I say it has to be linked with the range that the vehicle do as well. That's really important to customers. In terms of makes, any good electric vehicle will sell quickly. In fact, they're selling quicker in April than at any time this year. I think our days to sell was generally 40 in April, and that's slightly higher than it was in quarter one, in the first part of the year.
What do you love about your job?
What do I love about my job? I've been doing it, as I say, for an awful long time. I think every day is different. I get to drive some great cars, clearly. I work with some great people. And I just find that the automotive industry just gets into you a bit. It takes hold.
So hopefully that long heritage of Hendy that I mentioned earlier will start to pay off now. Electric vehicles have been around since around about the 1850s in some form or another. But as we saw, there was a massive shift to ICE engines, petrol combustion engines. Now, turnaround is happening again, and we're going back to EV. And the guys at Hendy will have seen all of it through 5 generations.